That's what I'm talking about, my gorgeous Leonie. This is exactly what I am talking about. This passion which is gonna be driving you forward right from the beginning of March 2024. It's gonna be absolutely unbelievable. But when it comes to this particular passion which is gonna be playing such a huge role, oh my God, it is you becoming so passionate. Number one, to change your life. Number two, you are gonna feel so adamant and so keen like never before. And number three, the reason why you're gonna be so driven is purely because you will realize what aspect of your life does not work for you anymore. You will realize what aspect of your life it's like really overshadowing you and has been overshadowing you for such a long time. But this is such a beautiful impact that this month of March is going to have for you, my gorgeous Leonie. It is not only about the month of March. It is where everything is going to start. Everything is going to begin for you when it comes to March. So in between March and in between September 2024, my God, my God, my God, so much is going to be happening. Because by the time March comes to an end, you are going to make an absolutely massive readjustment. How? Why? Because remember, you are driven by your passion, and sometimes we are passionate about, positive things, about good things, about things that keeps us going, and about things that makes us feel good and optimistic. Of course, this is all, what passion is indeed. But sometimes there are really bad and negative and annoying things in life that play just as significant a role. So you are gonna be like, oh my God, things are gonna happen things are gonna be happening like really fast, trust me. And by the time you get to the actual last 7 days of March, oh my God, you would never be able to understand this right now. But there is something that you're gonna decide to move on from. There is something that you're gonna decide to kind of sacrifice, but you're not going to realize what this is going to be up until the last 7 days of March. And this is when things are really going to start becoming a very, very interesting for you indeed. And when it comes to numerology, come on, your number is 1235. 1235, it's your number when it comes to numerology. Oh my God, this is a lot to do with your divine will. This is a lot to do with you needing to understand that now it's time to let go of fear. And lots of you are going to say, fear, what are you talking about? Don't worry, it's going to be absolutely obvious by the 21st and the 22nd of March 2024, where you are going to have a really, really unusual situation happening, and you will be kind of drawn towards that situation. But you're going to be drawn you will feel like that you need to look at things, beneath the surface, and this is when things are going to start becoming like a really, really significant for you indeed. These numbers, 1, 2, 3, 5, I want you and I need you to remember, my gorgeous Leonie. You know why? Because when you do have if you do come across these numbers, maybe you will see them on the car, maybe you will see them on your time, maybe you will see them somewhere on the internet, maybe you will see them somewhere on your TV, or however you come across this number. If you do come across this number, listen to me very carefully, because this is going to be really important. If you do come across these numbers, then that means that immediately you need to talk to yourself. Immediately you need to understand that your own spirituality is trying to help you to see and to kind of recognize that you are really kind of slowing yourself with something. You're thinking really negatively about something, and you're gonna need to release that negativity, because that negativity is playing a huge role when it comes to you not stepping forward with such an important stage, at such an important stage of your life. So if you do come across these numbers and you remember this, just pay attention to what exactly was on your mind, because lots of people don't even understand that sometimes people slow themselves down subconsciously. Do you know what I mean? And lots of people don't understand this and don't realize this, because it's a lot is happening at the back of our mind, you know, in our subconscious mind. So this is going to help you to kind of bring things to the surface, to the light, that you actually have to deal with in such a way where you just have to think about things in a different light. Very, very important indeed. If you do come across these numbers, my gorgeous Leonie, like, oh my God. And also, you know, it's like, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Leonie, that, you know, when it comes to nutrition and when it comes to health, you know, please do pay attention to what your body is trying to tell you. It is going to be remarkable connection in between your body, mind, and your spirit. So your body is going to kind of try to let you know and make you aware of a specific part of your body that maybe you need to pay attention to. Okay, and this is something that you really need to consider and make the most of it, really, you know. But also at the same time, it is absolutely perfect time to start taking care of your physical health, however you want, however you need. You feel like you need to do this, you know. It's perfect time to start taking care of your physical health, which is like a March and April normally, indeed. And by you taking care of your physical health, of course, this is like, you know, when you work with this energy and this vibration, you just kind of, everything starts to unfold much quicker, much sooner. So therefore you kind of this contributes to you having like so much more energy, both mental energy and physical energy as well. And also I highly recommend you, and I know that I always say this, and I know it's really boring to some of you, and I'm really sorry, but I am myself taking supplements, natural supplements, and I have been doing this all my life, like literally. So I'm highly recommending you to keep on taking a natural vitamin C, which would be organic camu camu, no ascorbic acid, because ascorbic acid, what like majority of people think, it's like natural form of vitamin C, but it's no, baby, no. No, baby, no. Okay, I would only recommend something natural. So get like organic camu camu. Organic camu camu, it's going to give you a natural vitamin C, and also get something like natural vitamin D3 alongside with natural K2, which is going to help with its absorption. And also you need to get something like a zinc picolinate. Okay, so this combination is going to be fantastic. And the reason why I say this almost every month is because this is something that almost every single one of us should be actually doing, should be actually taking. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Leonie, or not. So now I'm going to start with the very first date, which is going to be really significant. Do you know what? I know that this is going to sound really weird, what I'm going to say. It's going to sound really bizarre. I'm sorry, but it's to do with the 1st of March, that something kind of negative, it's going to happen. Something bad, it's going to happen. Stay with me. I'm not being a dark Lala, but this life, it's not all like just pinky like all the time. Do you know what I mean? So there is something really negative going to happen on the very 1st of March. Tan tan tan, stay with me, my gorgeous Leonie. What is actually going to happen on the 1st of March, and why am I saying it's going to be a little bit weird? Not only because this is going to be like really negative, but it's just some kind of negative situation. It's going to happen. It's going to be quite bad, but you are going to be smiling and you are going to be happy. Do you see what I mean? Because on one hand, you will realize how intuitive you are, how clever you are, how intelligent you are, how smart you are, it's something that you've been expecting, and maybe at the same time you will be like, oh my God, I'm gonna be able to prove my point to someone. Because at that moment in time I can see you very strongly, very, very strongly, like you will want to kind of declare something. You will feel like you want to declare something, and that's telling me that that in itself, it's really going to help you to reconnect with yourself and reconnect with your plan, reconnect with your life, reconnect with your journey. Everything is going to start making sense after this moment in time, after this point in time, my gorgeous Leonie. Every dark and sad and negative thing that you've been through within the last 2 or 3 years, and I'm not saying that you've been sad, down and negative, but I'm just saying that things did terribly kind of slowed down in your life, especially when it comes to the last year and a half. And I'm not saying it's been bad or negative or horrible, but I'm just saying, like, from a successful aspect of you, things have kind of slowed down. When it comes to the one major plan that means to you so much, what you want to do with your life, where you want to get, what you want to achieve, you know, it's to do with how you want your life to be. So this is like a lot with like kind of looking at a bigger picture here, indeed. So this negative situation that you're going to become aware of on the very 1st of March, my gorgeous Leonie, like, it's negative, it's bad, but you're going to love it at the same time. I can see you sitting down and I can see you like, oh my God, I'm absolutely loving this, because I knew that this is going to happen. And now, you know, this is going to help you to reconnect with yourself, because you're going to realize that you were right about something all along. But now this in itself, it's also going to start taking like a very dark element slowly but surely away from you that has been preventing you to kind of give yourself fully to the past that you should have been giving to yourself before. But maybe just now you're gonna realize, only now you're gonna realize that you didn't have some kind of a confidence. Okay, so this is brilliant. So bad negative situation, but my gorgeous Leonie, this is indeed going to work in your favor. It's gonna confirm things to you, but it's also gonna confirm your own path, because now you're gonna feel this confidence. Now you're gonna start becoming really passionate. Now this is gonna reflect on your self-esteem, and you are gonna be thinking very, very intensely about this particular possibility, this particular option. And this particular option, which is going to be on your mind, has been on your mind for so long, but you've been kind of working on this, and you've been doing things, and you've been planning, but only now you will be able to use every single element of yourself, every single aspect of yourself, in order to kind of like throw yourself into it. Because you can't do this if you do not kind of throw yourself into it fully. You see what I mean? So this is what you're gonna realize, and this is important. So just remember, you're gonna have this confidence and strength in order to go for this possibility that you knew for so long. It's actually for you, but that you were worried. You didn't do this because you were worried, because you knew that you have to fully walk away from some part of your life, but that was fully like you wouldn't kind of, you knew that you're gonna need to make like lots of changes, and that was kind of scaring you, because you knew that you have to kind of not only make certain changes, but you knew that you have to walk away from like, you know, the life that you lived for such a long time, and from certain things that you were doing, you know, that were helping you to keep you going. So this is all going to confirm that now, you know, none of these fears or negativity, it's not going to stop you. Now this is all kind of going to change completely, this energy and vibration, and everything is going to start working in your favor. And oh my God, the period and the stage in between the 1st of March and the actual 4th of March, for example, oh my God, the period in between the 1st of March and the 4th of March, you know, this is going to be like, oh my God, you're going to be in a completely different world. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be full of energy. You're going to feel so rejuvenated. You're going to have so many plans on your mind. And you will realize every single step of the way that all this is making you feel alive again, my gorgeous Leonie. This is you like really fully taking on a plan and doing things that were on your mind for so long, but only now things are pretty much so going to become crystal clear for you. you. And the realization that you're going to have in between the 1st and the 4th of March, it's going to be lots of time for reflection and things like that as well. But the realization that you're going to have, it's like, oh my God, you're going to realize only on the 4th of March that you're going to feel this great sense of urgency, which is going to kind of put you on this spiritual quest where you will really literally want to move on with your life. Now on the 4th, you are really pretty much so gonna make a really significant decision here. Indeed, something really important is gonna happen by the end of the day on the 4th of March, where you are gonna make a really important decision. Indeed, something like formal is gonna be going on here. Something formal is gonna be going on here, and this is important to mention, okay, my gorgeous Leone, you do what you need to do, okay, because this in itself is, trust me, going to make you so much happier. Indeed, the next important date, it's gonna be on the 5th of March. On the 5th of March, like, oh my God, you know, the level of creativity you are going to have, and someone is also going to suggest something really interesting to you. Someone who is very close to you, someone who knows you, someone who loves you, someone who understands you, is going to suggest something very interesting to you, which was connected to everything that I said so far. But this particular person will not kind of even know about these important elements that I've actually said this to you. You're not going to say anything to this person, but what you're going to find absolutely mind-blowing is like, this was on your mind, this has been on your mind, you're going to be very intensely thinking about doing something really specific, and then there is one particular person who's very close to you who's going to like suggest something to you, and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is crazy, you're suggesting something like this to me, and this has been on my mind, and this was on my mind like the whole day. And this is going to be a really powerful sign, and this in itself almost means what that person suggested to you, what you were thinking about doing, it's about you making a certain step, but it's about you starting the process of manifestation. This in itself is to do with something that you are very skilled about, something that you are very passionate about, my gorgeous Leone. But this is also the clear sign that, which you see, you're going to be thinking about this, making certain move, making certain step here on the 5th of March. But this in itself, it's to do with your skill, it's to do with something that you're very skillful at, but it's also to do with the fact that this is going to be really successful, and without you realizing, without you knowing, this is already kind of going to take place. What you're going to decide, this is to do with you deciding to do a very important step, but what you will not know, that you've already planted the seed, and in 1 year time, in exactly 1 year time, this is going to be really successful. And I know that this may sound like really confusing, but on the 5th of March, you will decide to make an important step here. Listen to me very carefully. It's to do with your skill, it's to do with things that you're passionate about, but it's also to do with the fact that you will not know that the process of manifestation, it's already going to start, it's already going to begin. And this is why you're going to have this powerful sign through the synchronicity, where somebody in your life, it's going to mention that particular thing that was on your mind, and this is your sign that there's some kind of manifestation with whatever you decide to do here, it's actually going to take. And I don't need to tell you the fact that this is going to bring such a focus into your life. Whatever you decide to do on the very 5th of March, listen to me very carefully, there are going to be two things that you really need to be stubborn about. You must not change this on the 5th of March, okay? You like kind of, on one hand, you must not change your mind about it, because I see that somebody else, it's also not who's going to be close to you, is not going to be able to understand where you're coming from and what you're doing. But you must not allow this to change your mind, okay? You need to keep going. You need to stick to this, what's going to be going on the 5th of March, my gorgeous Leone. You must not change plan here whatsoever. In fact, you need to be really stubborn about two things. You need to be stubborn. There are going to be two things that are going to be connected to, and with both things I need you to be stubborn. It's a lot to do with like a starting some kind of a project here, starting something, making a certain step here, but also at the same time you just need to understand that you just need to understand that already by the time you get to June 2024, you are going to have a massive reason for celebration, and you are gonna be so happy because you are going to have an achievement by June 2024, or in June there is going to be this huge achievement which you are going to have already, and that huge achievement is also bringing an important confirmation as well. My goodness, this is gonna be remarkable, and it's gonna lead towards one of the biggest victories of your life. This is very important stage, my gorgeous Leone, indeed. And what else I was going to recommend to you, where is it? Absolutely stunning. Look at this, my gorgeous Leone. Peanut obsidian. Obsidian. Peanut obsidian. So it's absolutely brilliant. This one is also quite rare, and it's brilliant when it comes to like pretty much so helping us to protect ourselves from negative energy, negative people, negative vibrations, and things like that. But at the same time, it's also helping us, to be as creative as we possibly can. It's a brilliant little energizer indeed. Peanut obsidian. It's also a kind of fostering sense of security and inner peace, and it's helping us to dissolve fears and worries. It's drawing out stress and tension, which is ever so important, my gorgeous Leone. This comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. Like, you just click on the name of this video and it's going to expand, or simply go to the comment section, and now I pin my products on top of the comment section as well, or just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my website is going to come up that way. You just click on my website, for example, and one of the first two products are gonna be peanut obsidian and the other crystal that I'm selling. The next important date, my gorgeous Leone, is going to be on the 10th of March. On the 10th of March, oh my goodness, I'm so proud of you. My gorgeous Leone, this month is going to be completely crazy. There are going to be so many things that are going to be happening this month, so many rewards which you are going to have. I know it's going to start with like a negative experience, but the rest of the month is going to be completely out of this world. Listen to me very carefully. On the 10th of March, you are going to have a really important news, a really important message. It's to do with this information which you are going to have. It's to do with a reward, an important reward. Now, whatever happens on the 10th of March, it's going to make you feel really good, and you're going to feel really pleased and really proud of yourself as well. But for some reason, you will think that something has come to an end. You will think that you do not need to do anything about this aspect or this element of your life that brought you such a big reward. No, baby, no. There is still more that you need to give. There is still more that you need to give. When it comes to this aspect and this element, this in itself most certainly has not come to an end yet. Listen to me very carefully. Whatever gives you the reward, whatever like kind of brings you this accomplishment on the 10th of March, as soon as that happens, you need to see and you need to think, what else do you need to do when it comes to this? You need to take it on the next level of your spiritual journey by giving more energy to it, okay? And that in itself, you know, that in itself, it's not going to be obvious like straight away to you, but later on, something like a really interesting, it's going to happen. A very kind of something completely unexpected is going to happen, which is really going to surprise you. And when I say that something unexpected is going to happen, something bad, something negative, something, this was scaring you, this was draining your energy, this was clouding your world in so many different ways, you have no idea, because I know what a huge amount of negative energy is like literally about to disappear at that very moment in time. So you see, the 10th of March is going to start with a reward. You're not going to realize you still need to put more towards it. It's important. important, but after that, something very much so unexpected is going to happen. It's going to blow you away, but it's going to be good. Probably you thought it's to do with a problem that you did not think it's going to go away, or you did not think it's going to go away just yet. This is going to make you feel so happy and so excited. And when that happens, you know, oh my God, you're going to start to see things in a completely different light, from a completely different angle. And that in itself, it's really kind of going to make you aware of a certain bright prospects. And when you become aware of this certain bright prospects as well, this in itself is going to push you back towards that particular reward, which you are going to see in a completely different light now. And that all is going to contribute towards you not only realizing that you need to put more towards what gave you reward initially on the 10th of March, but it's also like kind of going to make you it's going to kind of bring more passion and inspiration, and it's going to give you something like really interesting to work towards. And this is an element which is going to make you feel extremely excited indeed. So while you are at it, in between the 10th and the 22nd of March, for example, the stage and the period is so important in between the 10th and the 22nd of March, because it's not only about reward, it's not only about an achievement, it's not only about you realizing you need to put more energy towards something, my gorgeous Leone, but it's also about this very interesting path which you are going to find yourself at. In between the 10th and the 22nd of March, there is something that you're going to come across, and for the first time in your life, you're going to feel connection towards something you've never felt connected to before. This is something you need to follow. This in itself is going to provide you with a spiritual key, which is going to help you to unlock the door you never knew existed. Now it's time. Now it's time to dive into something new. Okay? This is going to be deep. This is going to be important. And you can think like, oh my God, there's going to be so much going on. That's exactly what it needs to happen, because the spontaneous energy is the most powerful energy. It gives us a courage when we need it. It gives us an energy when we need it, and it highlights our passion at the same time as a guiding light as well. So this is why this time is going to be extremely important. In between the 10th and the 22nd of March, it's not only about that, but it's about you realizing I don't know what did I hear now. You're realizing, you're going to realize something new about your dreams. For example, what's going to happen in between 10th and the 22nd of March is going to open your eyes, but it's also going to help you to recognize some kind of a new dreams. And this is a great sign of your spiritual evolution, okay? Very important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Leone, another thing I wanted to recommend you, it's like, oh my Lord, I know I had this last month and I am absolutely loving these blue pendants. They are absolutely gorgeous. The last month I had rare things, and now this one is also extremely rare. This is called Persian turquoise. Okay, it's called Persian turquoise. This one is extremely rare crystal to get, but it's also very powerful indeed. Persian turquoise, it's amazing because when we are wearing this turquoise, you know, it helps us to concentrate so much more. On one hand, it kind of gives us this energy, really beautiful energy, but then on another hand, it helps you to concentrate. On another note, why it's also really powerful is because it provides spiritual attunement, and it's a stone of purification, and it provides space for the spirit. It provides healing for the spirit, as well as for the mind and body, and it's stone for your inner wisdom. So when you're wearing this, you know, there are all sorts of signs and all sorts of messages and all sorts of indications that you come across that you wouldn't even normally notice. You know, you become not only aware of, but you also know their deeper meaning indeed. It helps you to reconnect with yourself to the point where when you're wearing this, you really kind of know what's missing in your life, you know, it like helps you to reconnect with your spirit, to reconnect with your soul, and it helps you to see and recognize what's missing in your life. But on top of all that, it's also helping you to be honest with yourself as well, which is ever so important. It's like, oh my God, it doesn't only help you to reconnect with yourself, but it helps you to reconnect with people in your life as well. When you're wearing Persian turquoise, you know, you are shining so much brighter. I know it sounds crazy, but it brings the best out in you. So when you're wearing Persian turquoise, for example, you attract people you want to attract into your life. Whether this is to do with like a business, whether this is to do with friends, whether this is to do with spiritual friends, whether this is to do with lovers, you know, it doesn't really matter. It does help to bring into your life what you need the most. Absolutely mind-blowing indeed. So this one is called Persian turquoise, and it's the same. The link to buy this is in the description below, and just click on the name of this video. It's going to expand. You will see where you can buy it, or you can just go to the actual comment section and you will see I pin the products on top of the comment section now, or you just simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, for example, and my website is gonna come up that way, and you will see the first two products. One of them is gonna be this one. The next important date is going to be on the 22nd of March. On the 22nd of March, you are, my God, you are going to make an important discovery. On the 22nd of March, you are going to make an important discovery. What are you are going to have a really very, very beautiful day, really nice day. Something is going to happen. It's going to completely surprise you, but in a good way. But on another note, on the 22nd of March, you are going to discover something really important. And what are you going to discover? It's really kind of going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you realize exactly what you want, you know. This is brilliant. And what you're going to discover, it's also like kind of going to inspire you. So much inspiration, so much passion. Your spirit is going to rise like, oh my God, to the point where you are really going to feel that you have so much more energy, but also you're going to realize that it's going to heal a certain part of you, that some kind of ailment that has been bothering you for a while. And this is also going to mean to you so much, and you will be able to notice that quite a lot in between the 22nd of March and the 31st of March as well. But going back to the 22nd of March, what you're going to discover, it's going to inspire you so much, but it's also going to help you to like kind of make a decision about something that you have been like kind of indecisive about for absolute ages, for a very long time as well. Okay, so this is really going to help you to kind of decide, to make an important decision, and that decision is going to be based on you making like kind of very significant step here as well, very significant move here as well when it comes to an idea. Because what is going to inspire you here, this inspiration is going to give you, this is about you having this idea. So this is what it's all going to boil down towards, this idea that you are going to have, and this is all about you making step almost immediately, the first step. And the first step, it's going to be consisting of you realizing that you're going to need to throw yourself into something for a while, maybe being with a certain people for a while, or with a certain person for a while, because it's to do with some kind of learning, something that you're going to need to learn. But then that is the part of the first step that you are going to need to make here. Indeed, absolutely brilliant. The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, is going to be on the 31st of March. My goodness, Leonie, this month is like remarkable. You are going to feel alive again when it comes to March. So many points are like, whoa. So the 31st of March, you know, it's like a very, very kind of gorgeous experience. You are going to have like a really nice and beautiful experience. And that beautiful and gorgeous experience that you are going to have, it's also also you're gonna become fully aware of something here, fully aware of something important when it comes to this gorgeous and beautiful experience. When it comes to, you're gonna become aware of something really important when it comes to success in life in general. But also at the same time, this beautiful experience that you're going to have, I'm sorry, but I do see like some kind of a little adventure. The reason why I see this as an adventure is because it's going to happen completely spontaneously, but also there are going to be so many elements when it comes to you doing something and trying something and going through something for the first time in your entire life. And that's why I'm seeing this as like an adventure, and what you're gonna go through, it's gonna make you feel extremely creative, very optimistic, but it's also going to play a very important role now when it comes to you needing to, like, you remember I said this before, sacrificing something, needing to sacrifice something. So that in itself, this beautiful experience that you're going to have, it's like something that you would feel petrified and terrified about sacrificing so far, and now you're not gonna be able to kind of wait to actually do this, because you will know as soon as you sacrifice what you need to sacrifice and move on, the process of transformation is going to start. You're healing and you're ascending onto the next level of your spiritual journey, and now it's time to do what you wanted to do, my gorgeous Leone. You have no idea what an impact on your life this month is actually going to bring. Just remember, stick to the plan, and do things that you want to do. You know, think of an end result, and you are going to be absolutely fine indeed. So now, my gorgeous Leone, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationships. Oh my God, it's this problem that you will be going through. Something happened, my gorgeous Leone, to you and to your partner recently, not that long ago, maybe within the last 2 or 3 months. Like, oh my God, something happened, something started to change in a bad way, in a negative way. Maybe certain things with the finances, or certain things when it comes to the certain plans, you know, something like kind of scared both of you, and you must not allow this fear to like prevent you from doing what you both want to do. You need to be strong, and you need to keep going, because things are going to change. Now you're at such a like kind of not dangerous but scary time of your life when it comes to manifestation and the process of manifestation. It's very powerful in itself, but it can work both ways. So if you are thinking negatively, then don't do this at such a powerful time when it comes to manifestation, because you are gonna block yourself, you and your partner, from achieving what you need to achieve. You need to be strong. What am I trying to say is that now the couples will be going through certain challenges. A very big challenge. I'm sorry, but the good news is that your plan is going to work out for both of you. And when I say that you're going to be having a really big challenge, that means that, you know, something happened within the last 2 or 3 months that scared both of you. Maybe it's to do, as I said, like with the financial situation not as good. Maybe the certain plans just didn't work out, something that means to you so much. Just remember, you are both on the right path. This is ultimately you like really kind of enjoying the huge change later on. But now you need to be strong. Because if you take the wrong turn at this stage of your life, you know, things could kind of become really irreversible. So I really kind of stick to the plan, my gorgeous Leone, because things are gonna be absolutely fine. Something really scared you within the last 2 or 3 months, but you must not allow this to kind of make you think negatively. Just be as optimistic as you can and think of an end result. And even better, my gorgeous Leone, to be quite honest with you, there is the answer to your problem for you and your partner. It's gonna be in the past. In the past, okay, your partner is going to have certain memories. Your partner is going to suddenly have a certain memories, but then again, you're also going to find yourself being really nostalgic. Two completely different things are going to be going on. When you have your memories and your partner you have memories, it's going to be such a bizarre month, but you're both somehow going to realize the answer to your problem. It's going to be somehow connected to your past and to your partner's past as well, and it's going to be really, really successful. And this you are going to be able to apply to the problem that you have both found yourself, sorry, to this problem you both kind of stumbled upon, my gorgeous Leonie, because you are stuck when it comes to planning something. So that is indeed going to be resolved. So this is a great news, okay? And also, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, I have no idea what was happening here, my gorgeous Leonie, but maybe you, those of you who are single, you know, maybe you had a really kind of negative experience with somebody and before, and it kind of affected you more than you could have possibly imagined. I'm again seeing this. I think subconsciously somebody affected you more than you actually realized. Maybe somebody who you were for a while, or somebody who you were briefly, one of your exes. Oh my God, somehow this person affected you in such a way where for a while you couldn't actually open your heart to other people. Well, the worst is over. I think that you're gonna have some kind of indication about an ex or something like that, and then for the first time you're gonna realize that you're not feeling how you were feeling before. Maybe you were a little bit bitter and you would be like, oh, that bastard, and now you're just not gonna think about it whatsoever, which is really important, which means that it's gonna be the moment when you're gonna realize that you are no longer holding any grudges, and these grudges were primarily responsible for you having your heart closed. So this is actually going to be really important moment. And let me tell you, my gorgeous Leonie, there is someone very interesting going to show up. Somebody, it's like you're gonna have a really intense, really interesting conversation with somebody. And the more you talk to that person, the more you're gonna like this person. The bottom line is that you are gonna feel a very strong connection to somebody, a very, very strong connection, and that particular person is gonna feel a very strong connection towards you. You are gonna feel like you get on with this person who you're gonna meet like in March. You're gonna feel like you're gonna get on with them so nicely, so beautifully, and you will feel like this person understands you so much more than lots of people in your life already understand you, and you're gonna find this absolutely wonderful. And you are gonna have, you're really gonna start liking that person, but at the moment it's just more gonna be talking like on a friendly level. But what I see is that your spirit is gonna be rising, and you're gonna become very, very determined to kind of go further with that person. And I do like this person. I do like this person indeed, but something is telling me that you're still gonna need to set the certain boundaries here as well. Okay, my gorgeous Leonie, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonassin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Mwah.